So I've just spent some time with one of my mentees who finished his course over about a month and a half ago now, and he just asked me a couple of questions. So he sent me a deal analyzer that we use on my course, and then he had a few questions which I thought is quite a good question to put to the group here. So we were talking about bridging. So he couldn't work out the difference between retained interest, service interest, and in this case I was saying to him, look, we found him a block that he is paying 290,000 for, and the deposit he needed was 72,000, and then he was going to bridge 217,000, so 25% deposit, 75% lending, and the interest on that lending was about 21,000. So what I want to talk about in this video is bridging, one with service interest, the other one is retained interest. So the difference being, if you buy something, let's say, keep the numbers simple, £200,000, 10% interest rate is 20,000 a year. So you've got £200,000 borrowing, 20,000 interest. So you can then decide how you pay that interest of 20,000. The retained interest payment way is you take 200,000 minus 20,000 on day one, so they'll lend you only 180. That means you need more deposit to put down. Or you can say, look, I've got enough rent coming in each month, I can service that debt. 20,000 divided by 12 is 2,000. It's about probably 1,800 quid. So you then use the rent to pay that 1,800 quid per month to the bridging company. So that is the difference between retained interest and service interest. Now, why do it? Why do the difference? So in this case, this person is short on deposit money to buy the block. So he's got something like £120,000 to buy the block. So I've said to him, look, maybe because the rent is so high, the rent is 3,500 per month. I said to him, you service the debt so you get the maximum loan out, and then because we'll need about 30,000 to cover the cost of of legals, title split, refinance, etc., etc. So his 100,000 is used to 75,000 or 72,000 for the deposit, 30,000 for development and legal costs, 100,000. So you can then still buy the block. Otherwise, he would have actually been liable to then find more money. Whereas if he did the retained version, he would only have got enough money. And then he would have had to pay a bigger deposit down. So instead of 72,000, he would have had to pay 72,000 and the 20,000 of rent, so 90 odd thousand, and then on top of that, his cost of development. So it would have cost him a lot more, and he would not been able to buy it. And that's why it's important to know retain versus service interest and the difference between the two. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.